Hey everybody, welcome to Ocala Hustle. Today we are highlighting one of our community partners. We have Mrs.Cherietta Prince with us from the Ocala Chamber and Economic Development, the CEP. She runs a program called Impact. Now Cherietta, would you mind telling us a little bit about Impact?
Of course, I'd love to.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Clay, to display our new initiative at the Chamber and Economic Partnership. It's called Impact, actually. Impact is designed to bring small entrepreneurs and small businesses, early entry stage, into the Chamber fold and help them develop their businesses and their business models. It was designed to focus primarily on three communities. That would be West Ocala, Silver Spring Shores, and Marion Oaks. We have statistics on those communities to identify the fact that they have less successful businesses in those communities. So the CEP was very wise in developing a program that would allow us to reach out, to train, to provide small business counseling and to support those communities. Part of that initiative, of course, is to train them. We do have a program called Fast Track.
Yes, I'm participating in that.
Yes.
I'm excited to learn about what you're doing.
Yes.
It's been really enjoyable.
I hope that it's useful. I did think when you asked to participate that you would be so far ahead of the game.
No, I take every week. I have taken at least 4 pages of notes.
Oh, wonderful!
I'm loving it.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, it's
all
so
right,
good.
That means we're on
so
target.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
So what we'll do then is make sure that we are on the level that our early entry stage businesses can keep up.
Sure.
And participate and come to the table. And I figured that having you in that program is a gauge to help us.
What I've loved, so one is that it is an extremely diverse class, both from an ethnic standpoint, if that's the right word to use.
Good.
As well as the types of businesses.
Correct.
And the stage at which everybody is at.
Absolutely.
And so I've enjoyed that it feels like everybody at every stage and every different business has contributed to the others, in some manner.
Thank you.
Which I think is real. And we're only 2 classes in, and it really feels like
that
it has.
The intent.
Everybody's moving forward, which I think is the intent.
And that's us. The CEP is moving forward.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
that's right.
That is what we're about.
Well, so that program's called Fast Track. So it's intended for, I think when we first talked about it, you indicated for the underserved communities and business owners to get a leg up, a little bit of some access that maybe they don't have, some education that they may not have.
And having you in the program gives us that opportunity to work on one of the other programs that we're planning for, which is that supplier match.
Yeah, perfect. Cherietta is putting together a program, and I'm going to assist her, where we're going to reach out to business owners that have had success and experience and made mistakes and learned, so that you can pass that knowledge on to the up and coming businesses that are participating in Impact. So be ready.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that we partnered on this a little bit early.
Yeah, it's going to be in great shape. That's one of the reasons I wanted to take the Fast Track program, was to get an idea of how the program worked.
Good.
Now, one of the things that was really interesting was when we first met, you described to me how the COVID pandemic kind of shifted your role.
Yes.
So could you share some of that with us?
Yes. Well, I dare not allow it to totally shift.
Sure.
We say we pivot at the CEP.
Pivot. There we go.
So our Impact pivoted slightly as coronavirus flew in, because Marion County has a loan program. It's through CDBG funding, which is Community Development Block Grant through a Department of HUD, Housing and Urban Development. That program is designed for small businesses that have 5 or less employees.
Okay.
The business resides in Marion County, but it cannot be in the city limits.
Okay.
So a business that resides in the county, and that's a HUD guideline.
Okay.
They have to be able to demonstrate that they were negatively impacted by COVID-19. The loan program is up to $25,000, and it's based on primarily securing their employee base.
Okay.
And
Makes
whatever
sense.
other basic expenses are required by that business to keep their employees.
It sounds similar to the payroll protection program.
Somewhat, yes.
Okay, which was maybe
Somewhat,
for
yes.
the larger businesses.
Yes. However, one difference is that the payroll protection program primarily focused just on payroll. They tweaked the percentage of how much of the payroll protection program had to be. I think it ended up 60%,
Right.
but at some portion. But ours is not quite designed that way.
Oh, okay.
A greater portion could possibly be rent or mortgage.
Oh, that makes sense, especially if you have 5 or fewer
Or
employees.
some
Sure.
particular debts
Okay.
that are allowable by the program. So that's the difference, but it is, yes. And most of the programs now are designed to help the business survive and retain its employees.
Okay.
So that is a similarity.
Now, are there funds available? Has it been, okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes. We have had an entry list of a number of small businesses. We have awarded a portion of the funding. There's still funding available. Of late, because we advertised it a bit, fortunately, we have a bit of a waiting list. That's
Okay.
unfortunate for some of those businesses.
Sure.
But we are still having inquiries come in.
Okay,
So it's still
great.
there. But let me just jump over and let you know there's other funding coming.
Well, please do.
Let me tell you about Moving Biz Forward, which
Okay.
is our new CEP initiative, and that will also be through our division, which is the business creation team.
Okay.
Yes, the county is getting additional funding through the CARES Act.
Okay.
And this funding will be for any business that resides in Marion County without the restriction of being outside the city limits.
So it can be anywhere
So
in
any
Marion
business,
County, including
yes.
inside the city limits.
Yes, absolutely. And some of the differences are, there's a number of pieces to it actually, but if a business has 25 or less employees, they can potentially get up to $15,000.
Okay.
If there's 26 to 100 employees, they can potentially get up to $40,000.
Okay.
Then there's a piece for those who have COVID-19 testing sites.
Okay.
There's also a reimbursement program for businesses that have spent money for PPEs, which is protective equipment.
Right, the equipment.
They would have to produce their receipts for that and a one-time potential reimbursement for that.
Okay.
There's also an opportunity for a business that is going to develop a program for COVID-19. If they can show their business plan and do some other requirements, there's some potential startup money for that.
Okay.
And then there's also a training piece.
Wow.
We have a training piece that will be in reference to COVID cleaning, COVID safety, et cetera, et cetera. And the CEP is partnering with other agencies to provide that. So there's some other pieces. I think I hit most of it.
Okay.
But if you just go online to movingbizforward.com,
Okay.
you can find the specifics of that.
And we can include the link.
That would be good because I may,
with this.
to make it
Perfect.
correct. That would
So
be
what we'll
great.
do is we'll include the
That would be
link
great.
to connect, and we can include your email. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
So if anybody's
Absolutely.
interested in the program,
Yes,
they
yes.
can look on the
Yes.
website that we'll include,
Yes.
and then reach out to you
Absolutely.
for any further
and if
inquiries.
they reach out to me by email, then I can forward them to that link, which you'll
Okay.
provide, but I will forward them to the link
We can do
or
that.
to some other division of the CEP that may be handling
Okay.
parts of it. Because, there's enough there.
Well, it's a lot. I mean, that sounds like
Yes.
there's a lot of good
So,
support
yes,
for
absolutely.
businesses. So that's great.
Absolutely, yes.
So you had mentioned also that we should touch on, there's a networking program.
Yes.
Do you
Now, the
wanna-
CEP already has a networking program, and we have a number of networking groups
Mm-hmm.
that are in different areas of the community. They meet at different times, so it depends upon what the timeline is for the business that can participate. So there are a number of them. If you look on our CEP, OcalaCEP.com website, then you can actually find out about our networking groups. And a lot of this information I've already presented
Okay.
is there.
Okay.
But our initiative includes, the Impact Program intends to inspire other networking opportunities for some of the other smaller startup businesses.
Yeah, it's been really effective. I mean,
Yes.
I've noticed that
Yes.
as the meetings. Well, for one, remember you put up. There was this Thursday's meeting is going to be
Yes.
basically a Zoom call.
Yes.
And we could easily have all
Yes.
done that at home.
Correct.
But everybody wanted to come together
Yes.
because the networking is
Obviously,
effective.
They do like our platform.
Yes,
so
I think
that's
that's
fantastic.
true.
Yes, because we get a chance to meet each other.
Absolutely. And it's
Yes.
important to note that the
Right.
CEP has taken steps to make sure everything's safe.
Yes, we did.
You provided a great little.
Yes, we did give you a little packet
little
that
packet
had
of all the
masks and
stuff.
hand sanitizer. Yes, we did.
So
Absolutely. We started
it's
that way.
great.
We have social distancing. That's
Yep.
why we capped the class at 15. And we do have some other people who are interested. So in the future, we'll be advertising. We didn't advertise the first class because we already had a waiting list of
Oh, you had a great-
who had coming through Impact.
Absolutely.
So yes, we hope to start another program in the fall. And also, we are planning to do a Hispanic piece.
Okay.
And we're partnering with an organization called Prospera.
Okay.
Prospera is actually going to do training completely in Spanish.
Oh, all
or
right.
Spanglish. So that is another piece of what we're planning to do, and we'll roll out more information on that.
That'll be tremendous.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll roll out more information on that soon. Yes. And then also in our 3 communities, we're planning to establish incubators, which I'm in the power plant, which is an incubator program, and it supports small businesses.
It's a great program.
Yes, it is. We intend to establish incubator programs in Silver Spring Shores, one there, one in Marion Oaks, and one in West Ocala. Now, of course, as we pivoted because of COVID-19, the places that we had identified as potential hosts for our office space for our incubator, a lot of them are closed.
I see.
Still closed. I think one reopened and closed again. But we're in the process of locating facilities that can host us.
Okay.
In fact, actually, we were going to do the fast track program that you're attending in Silver Spring Shores.
you had mentioned that.
initially. That was the plan, but the facility was closed. But our goal is to get into the community. That was my assignment, is to be out there so that people wouldn't be necessarily intimidated by coming into the CEP, because a lot of small businesses,
Oh, that's a
no
good
matter
point.
who they are a bit intimidated by the process.
Sure.
You know, they just figure, it's just about big businesses. But
Right.
no, our CEP, our Chamber and Economic Partnership, is designed to help empower those
You know,
who have, yes.
It's something you don't. I don't think about how intimidating something like that might
Yes.
be to
Yes.
someone that hasn't been around
Correct.
the chamber, or it seems like a government organization or whatever.
That is what people think.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
And so
Absolutely.
I think it's great that this is now an outreach program to break down that barrier.
Yes.
So I think that's tremendous.
That's our goal. And I think we're making a little headway.
I think so. It's very encouraging to see the early results of the people that have come to participate in the class.
Yes.
And then I think that as the word gets out,
Yes.
and as you're able to go out into the communities,
Absolutely.
then
Absolutely.
you'll be able to engage that
Yeah.
much more.
That's been the biggest impact, unfortunately, of COVID-19, and we all know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think everybody's tired of hearing about the new normal, but we're wearing masks,
Right.
we're
Yep.
staying away, and we are people. We want to be together, but we hardly shake hands.
Right.
Yeah, that again though has been one of the shortcomings of our ability to get out there. My ability to get out there
Sure.
and do what the CEP has me to do.
But the encouraging
But
thing,
it's coming,
and
yes.
and what you should feel really good about is the level of engagement you've had,
Still.
even with these restrictions.
In spite of.
So
In
that's
spite of.
tremendous. So good job.
Thank you. I think we've all become Zoom experts
Yeah,
too,
no
haven't we?
kidding. Absolutely.
Yes, because class tomorrow,
We're going to be zooming.
we'll be Zooming with the Small Business Administration, and then we'll have SCORE Zoom in.
Sure.
And then we've got a banker, and we've got some other things
Yeah.
where they will Zoom in.
Yeah,
and
the,
we've
the
got some
guests
more
have
people
been
coming.
have been really great.
Yeah,
so
it's
I
been
think
fantastic.
I think we're off to a good start.
Thank you for that.
Well,
Absolutely.
Ms. Cherietta, thank you so much for joining us today. This has
I've
been
enjoyed it.
tremendously educational, informative.
Wonderful.
So if you're watching this and these programs sound like something that you'd be interested in engaging in, we're going to include Ms. Cherietta's email address
Yes.
and the links that we discussed.
Correct.
And I would encourage and ask that you would subscribe to the Ocala Hustle channel. We are continuing. Thank you. See, it's endorsed.
Yes.
We're continuing to do great interviews. I think they're great. My mom thinks they're great. So that's two people.
And
three. We got three.
Yes, I do.
And I would love to continue to engage with you in this manner. So please subscribe. So thanks so much for joining us. And if you could do me a favor and also subscribe to our podcast, we're going to leave the link down below. We've got multiple channels through which we can distribute Ocala Hustle. So get some today.
Thank you for joining us here at Ocala Hustle.